Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of Extra Life with uh, Dungeons and Dragons and me, Christiana Ellis, running 24 hours of Dungeons and Dragons with these fine people, all to benefit charity as part of Extra Life. It is so pledges go to children's hospitals. Check out the link down there, the one that's on the screen below, and you can donate to. As of right now, we have my attempt to just describe the target. Oh, my Chrome crashed. Oh no. Okay, so hang on, everybody. My fear, my whole hangout just crashed. So I think the stream is still going, but I'm going to need to restart the Google Hangout. Oops. I got a warning from my computer and everything that my computer was perhaps low on memory, and so let's try to bring everybody back. All right, let's rejoin this call.
I wonder if I should text her.
Okay, I think we're back.
Okay.
Are we back? Your
so-
picture's still frozen on the stream.
Well, there's going to be an extra duplicate of me for a little bit until it catches up with itself. Believe it or not, the stream did not. The stream did not stop. The Twitch stream kept going. It was just the Hangout that crashed.
Still here.
The hangout on our side was fine.
Yeah.
behind
So
scene.
I think well, what happened on my end is that all of my Chrome tabs crashed. My Chrome browser crashed, and I think that that I was just telling on Twitch, and I had told you guys all ahead of time that I received a little warning message that said your computer's low on memory. You better do something about it, and I didn't listen. I didn't listen.
Did not.
And then my Chrome crashed.
And that's what happened.
Hey, it just means we now have a duplicate Christiane as a player. That's great.
Well, that
Awesome.
one will drop out shortly as we
It's a
go
ghost.
here. Let me say. Let me fix that. Only don't want to have part of. Oh, okay. I was going to say part of Justin cut off because of the orientation, but no, you're just kind of slightly off center in your camera. There you go.
Camera's
Okay.
close to me, and I'm kind of slouching at times.
Yeah. So my attempt to look up and report the current total for Extra Life is apparently what set my computer over the limit. Oh, and I think we actually just got a new donation since the last time I looked, and we are now at $700. Yeah, my original target had been $500, so which we have now exceeded. I have updated on the page that the new goal is $750. I think we can do that today. The newest donation is from Nate and Mom, but I don't think it's my mom because she had already donated separately. So it's
That's mine.
oh, okay, great.
My mom and stepdad. Thanks, guys, if you're listening. May or may not be listening. Their internet is terrible.
Oh well, they can watch the archive on YouTube. Do they do that?
Possibly.
All right. So we are. I forget what parts I said already on the stream. Short version. We're playing 24 hours of Dungeons and Dragons. We're running the Tomb of Annihilation module. You can pledge to the link below and donate to support children's hospitals. And if you like, for example, a donation, you could perhaps maybe donate a magic item to the party that would help them in their adventure. So, that's what we're doing. But let's talk to our players today. First, we have Justin Deal.
Hello? Hello?
We have Ken Mirbach.
Good morning.
Lee Burdett.
Good morning.
Maria Mirbach. Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm
Murback.
Mirbach.
Say it, but I'm here. Hi.
Mirbach. Mark Kilfoyle.
Hello.
Rose Tisseldown.
Rosemary Tiddledoon.
Yeah.
Aaron Hush.
Hello. Blessings of Ilmater be upon you.
And Tyler Eller.
Morning, guys.
Tyler, his character yesterday died. Was killed by a snake known as a jaculi that sprung out of the trees at him and broke his neck. Just one shot. Boom. Dead. From full health to
It was
dead.
a surprise for all.
One hit. One shot.
Look
Yeah.
like more bitterly of your body.
It was a critical attack. So you're going to be having a new character today. But let's first briefly recap the situation for our returning players that are continuing here. There's a death curse upon the land. All over the world, for reasons that nobody really knows, all resurrection magic has stopped working. No revivify, no resurrection, no raise dead. All of these spells that usually are used to bring people back to life magically are not working. And further, everyone who has ever been the recipient of one of those spells is wasting away. And nobody can do anything to fix it. So, because there are lots of people interested and invested in fixing that situation, one adventurer, former adventurer named Sindra Sylvain, who is afflicted by the death curse, assembled a party of adventurers to try to go in and figure out what was going. Rumors suggested that something called the Soulmonger lay deep within the jungles of Chult, and that was what was causing the death curse. So, the party set out. And they started in Port Nyanzaru. Well, let me show that on the map. Port Nyanzaru, the biggest city in Chult. They gathered rumors. They bought gear. They hired a guide by the name of Azaka Stormfang, who is helping them find their way. But part of what happened while they were in the city is a man, seemingly under some sort of a magical trance, told them to seek out the wise guardian of Oralunga. She has what you seek. And so the party has made that their first target destination. And then through many dangers in the jungle, they traveled along the river Shoshin Star, south into the jungle. They encountered an abandoned camp from the Order of the Gauntlet that had been overrun, and they explored a jungle shrine and procured a magical alchemy jug.
Yay!
They continued along the river to Camp Vengeance, where they discovered more Order of the Gauntlet folks who were kind of ragged from having a really hard time, and the commander was, a little nuts. And he attempted to conscript you to work for them to first take their sick soldiers back to Port Nyanzaru, and when you were able to heal them without having to take them back to Port Nyanzaru, he said, okay, then, now you can lead a detachment of my soldiers. And nobody wanted to do that, but he was a little crazy, and it looked for a moment like you guys might have to actually fight this whole camp. But thankfully, some quick thinking and some tea made from manga leaves, or were these these were the manga leaves.
The manga leaves, yep. All that shopping paid off.
Yes, you were aware that drinking too much tea made from these leaves makes you sleepy, makes you fall asleep, and so with the help of the camp doctor, you drugged the commander and snuck out of the camp in the dark of night. Since then, you made your way further south into the swamps of the Aldani Basin, which is my... Let me get my little marker here so that you guys will be able to indicate the the Aldani Basin, where you left the mapped part of the map that you were given by Sindra Sylvain. And you had been separated from some of your party by a flash flood, but then you continued overland up onto the plateau city of Mbala, which was a ghost town with the only living inhabitant, a weird little old lady who introduced herself as Nanny Poo Poo, who had a story to tell about Terrafolk, and that being the reason that there's no one left in the city. She was a little... let's say
Drunk.
neuroatypical. And
Doctor
she
sounds after bleaching them.
she told you that she had the only way to bring someone back from the dead under the death curse, and suggested that if you ever need someone brought back from the dead, you should come see her. Everyone was
About how that would work too.
they didn't seem very interested in going back for your body.
Ways back there, you know.
Yeah. But so leaving Umbala, you continued further overland, down out of the hills, back into the jungle. You also lost another 2 of your companions when Terrafolk, these pterodactyl-like humanoids, basically just swooped out of nowhere, grabbed them, and dropped them off a cliff.
We were told to watch out for swooping, and we didn't.
And swooping
Yes.
was bad.
Yep.
Oh dear.
So, I'm just going to check one more thing really quick, because I forgot last night when we ended that that Chooch and Viv were not joining us back for this morning. So, so I didn't deal with their characters not still being in the party. So we're going to have to deal with them now, and I think we'll do that in a way that also introduces our new players, which we'll get to here in a second. So, let me try to make sure I have everything up, because I had a lot of tabs open to help me have with all these quick references, and then Chrome crashed. So, we last
You made a point in this morning's 5 minutes, just 5 more minutes, about how yesterday went smoothly with no technical problems whatsoever. I just knew it was doomed. As soon as
Well, this in the grand scheme of things, just having to reload my Chrome tabs is not too big a deal. A brief interruption in the Hangout, not too much of a problem.
the universe rattling those keys, saying, "Don't push it."
Yeah. So our players that we currently have still remaining from the party yesterday, we have. How about you guys introduce reintroduce your characters, the ones continuing from yesterday.
All 3 of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start. My name is Kithuki. I am an Aarakocra monk on the search to meet more of her people, because I've never met anyone who looks like me. I was raised by monks in the Temple of the Sun. And right now I look a little bit different because I have a beard of dwarvish kind. And so I actually have a lot of fluff right here in the shape of a beard that's just pretty much just feathers.
Kithuki Featherbeard. Didn't we have that name permanently attached?
What?
Kithuki Featherbeard. It rhymes. Rhythm. Anyway.
I like it.
Okay.
So, what we're going to do is this.
Well, we should probably introduce the other 2.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm.
You're so used to me going last.
After you, Loquacia.
Oh, hello. I'm Loquacia Crystalline. I am an apparently human cleric of Ilmater, who has professed that she has sort of run away from home. That is, she climbed out her convent window because her adopted father has fallen sick with this curse, and she really wants to help, but she's never really been outside of the temple without an escort since she was adopted into it at 7. So all of this is completely new and interesting. She's had some hard lessons as we've gone through the jungle, but she's still very determined to save everyone as much as possible. She's very verbose and much prefers to talk rather than fight. And she's blonde and 5'7" and has bright blue eyes and insists on having a light source as much as possible. She collects them.
All right. So,
And I am Yoris Telethiel Pine,
Oh, yeah.
always last but never least. I'm a half-elf from the University of Toth, researching a topic on the power of music and the ancient works. I'm calling it sort of temporarily the antiquities that aren't elven and really old things, a survey. but I've come here out of both service and to seek the powers that be at your service.
All right. So, I think everyone's, I'm ready to
Yeah.
do this. So,
Okay.
here's what happens. You guys had just slept, through the night in your camp.
Mhm.
And those of you who are awake, Burberry and Ibrance are sleeping in a little bit this morning. They had a late watch, so they're allowed. But those of you who are awake are just kind of starting to pack up. You're not in quite a hurry yet, but you're getting ready to get on the road for today. And you discover that there's first Azaka is the first to. She kind of goes still, cocking her head like she hears something. But then all the rest of you kind of start hearing thum, 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 and the ground is shaking.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Make
And
gas, everyone. Make gas.
Shortly after, you guys are kind of aware that the ground is shaking and you're hearing trees crashing through the jungle. Something big is coming your way. But before it arrives, we have 4 adventurers burst into your campsite, fleeing from something through the jungle. What do they see first? So just describe first what each of your characters looks like as they run panicked into the jungle here, or into this campsite.
Okay, well, I'll start.
Or not.
You see a elf in green traveling clothes. He's nimbly weaving around the trees, leading ahead of the rest of the team.
All right.
Followed closely by a wood elf female and a black panther on her heels. She's dressed in a hide cloak and brown traveling leathers.
All right. Scott?
A small little kobold running around, constantly looking behind him with a look of, I kind of want to go back, but following the others. Kind of got golden scales almost, a little bit shinier than a lot of kobolds would be.
And following up close behind that kobold is a Lightfoot halfling who looks to be less than 3 feet tall. In fact, he is less than 3 feet tall. A mixed greens and browns. As soon as he sees the party, he's going to get behind them and climb a tree.
So basically, what you guys see in hot pursuit is a stampeding brontosaurus plowing through the jungle fast.
Wilmiter!
Out of the way. And it is coming right for you guys. It is about to run you down. Are you jumping out of the way?
Oh,
Hell
yes.
yeah!
Trying.
All right. So you
I want
guys.
to try.
Oh, go ahead.
Actually, I want to try to again jump on its back because I'm convinced I can make this my mount.
All right. Make an acrobatics check.
Alright. I got a 13.
Just like the last time this happened, you try to jump onto its leg, end up with the striding forward knee, basically just peel
It
off.
always
of
happens
like a
that way.
Why is monster stampeding in the first
Yeah.
place?
So all of you rush to scramble out of the way, you having had warning, but as this brontosaurus charges through, running through your campsite, as it passes behind, you realize your friends Ibrance and Burberry, they were still asleep, and now
No!
Oh no!
now they're squished. The brontosaurus just squished them. There's just a giant footprint, and they're just like squished into the mud.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. The
That's not good.
the Brontosaurus
That's
has,
horrible.
has passed by, but those of you who are newcomers have just realized that you fleeing this stampeding Brontosaurus have just run into a camp, and now two of that camp's people have just been squished.
Oh God.
I'm
Ew.
utterly horrified.
Ew.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing: there's not time for real introductions yet, because you guys, the newcomers, know that it wasn't the Brontosaurus you guys were running from. You and the Brontosaurus were running from the same thing.
No.
And you hear a roar with this really unsettling hissing sound. And what emerges from the jungle is a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but its flesh is pale and rotten, and there's parts of it falling off. This is an undead Tyrannosaurus Rex. Roll initiative.
So mad.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Oh, this is not going to end well.
It didn't start well.
That was just
Okay, good.
once again undead staring in horror.
Lots of undead in this campaign, I warned you.
Oh yeah.
No, I know. It's just that whenever
In
we
fact-
encounter them,
In fact, it was advertised, I believe, as undead and dinosaurs and undead dinosaurs. This is the third of the trifecta being discovered.
I was waiting for an opportunity to introduce the zombie T-Rex. It's awesome. And just so you guys know, it's big and real scary. So just keep that in mind. All right. So the way we're running initiative in this game is that so you roll it. You know your number. I'm going to call out like a range bracket, and you tell me if you're in it. Okay? So,
Okay.
20 to 25.
Here
All right.
with 22.
22. Remind me your character's name.
It is Arahorn.
I'm spelling that in my notes. I have it in the campaign, but I just I'm working it. Okay. Anyone from 15 to 20? Nope. 10 to 15.
13.
Here,
15.
Mhm.
Okay. What was that sound? Uh-oh. I'm getting my low on memory. Uh-oh.
no.
I just got that same message. So let me close a couple of things here then. Try to avoid a repeat of what happened last time. I'm not sure why I'm having that. Whoops. I closed the wrong thing. I didn't mean to close that. All right. Okay. So hopefully this will be back up in a second. I don't want to. I'm going to close a few of these tabs that maybe I don't need. Okay. We're going to be good. It's going to be good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't panic. Calm down, everybody. Okay.
Wait, we're supposed to start panicking? Okay.
Well, you guys are facing an undead T-Rex, so you maybe should panic. So,
Does anyone have a
Wore
towel?
my brown pants.
yes. I got Scott's initiative at 13. Who else was 10 to 15?
me,
Okay.
Erica,
All right. And what was that number?
13.
13. Okay. Who's 5 to 10?
5.
Okay.
7.
Luna got an 8.
Ooh, we got Luna on our side. We can't lose.
She
Absolutely not.
uses bark. It's not very effective.
No,
All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Who didn't say yet?
I got a 4.
4.
I got one.
Okay. 4.
I thought I was always going to be last.
The last time there was undead, I got a 0.
That's what happens when dexterity's your dump stat.
It makes perfect sense, though, because Loquacia is terrified of undead.
All right, so let me just have this this campaign tab up so I can know, just like say your names. Okay. Sorry, it's loading. I'm wary of every new tab that I open now. Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot a plus. I'm actually 8, not 4.
Okay.
Does your panther need an initiative roll?
Yes, it does get its own separate initiative.
Oh, I forgot to roll for her. Whoa! She got a natural 20.
All right, cool. So what is that with the bonus?
Did she get an initiative bonus?
Well, it's
Yeah.
her dexterity.
Oh,
Yeah. Whatever her dexterity bonus is.
22.
22. Okay.
Very nice.
What is your panther's name?
Quilda.
Quilda.
It means silent in Elven.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So, first up is Arahorn. This thing is stomping out of the jungle at you. It is currently about 40 feet away and closing fast.
All right. I will run my 60 feet the other direction, turn around, and shoot a bow at it.
All right.
Which so 27.
Okay, hang on. I need to open my... Oh, boy. There we go. Okay. So, you ran toward it?
Away
Away
from it.
Okay. And your bow, what's your attack range with the bow?
I think it's 120.
If it's a long bow, then yeah. You know what? You guys
longbow.
make sure that you're doing that, but I can't micromanage that. So yes, you attack with your longbow, and the roll was what?
27.
That hits.
Yay. I hope so.
If it did,
9
I'm
points
in
of damage.
trouble.
9 points. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. So you guys watch the arrow just sink into the rotten flesh of this thing's shoulder, and it doesn't slow it down in the slightest. Okay. So next, Quilda, the panther.
She's going to try for a pounce.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not that bright. Oh, ow. 7.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think she leaps forward and kind of just bounces off of this thing's side. And fortunately, it seems like it is not super aware. Like, it's a very single-minded sort of thing. And so it doesn't seem to even notice. Bonk. She does not basically manage to sink her claws into this thing. Its skin is kind of slimy, so she sort of slides off of it. All right. And it is now the T-Rex's turn. And so first, it kind of stomps in and then stops for a second. And it barfs up a human zombie.
Oh, that is so gross.
Oh my god.
That is wrong.
Yeah, and so this slightly chewed-looking human zombie plops onto the ground with a bunch of slime, and then
Oh,
That is unsanitary.
That's fantastic.
and then the T-Rex takes it sort of stands back up and then is going to attempt to bite Kathuki and tail swipe Yoris.
Oh, this could be bad.
So,
This will be bad. This is going to be bad.
okay, so that's a 29 to hit with that bite, Kathuki.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. hold on.
This is not going well.
Let's see. I wanted to see if I could use my reaction as to dodge, but I don't think I can yet.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't.
No,
think so.
no. Yeah.
It's a
So
bonus.
yeah, it's a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah. So not when you haven't had your turn yet. So all right.
What's my damage?
It's a lot. Hang on.
Oh,
That's not promising.
that's never good when the DM says it's a lot.
I think you're probably unconscious already. I don't know what your HP is now, but it's 47.
47, 31.
Okay, so yes, Chomp, you are unconscious and in this thing's mouth now, and you guys see the bite, the head lift back up with a couple of Aarakocra legs sticking out the side of it. Not dead, but unconscious.
Wow.
In the meantime, Yoris, you're getting a swipe of this enormous tail
Hey,
with a 22 to hit.
don't like. Oh, yes, barely.
Yeah. 18
have
bludgeoning
bones.
damage.
Oh, I'm still up.
All right. So
But locked in still.
that is the T-Rex's first turn, and I hope that you guys will take that into consideration in determining your strategy as we proceed. Need to turn my ambiance back on. I lost that when Chrome crashed.
Might be a whole new
Okay.
party here in a little while.
Yeah. Scott, it is your turn.
I'm upset at this thing for scaring away my mount. I'm gonna attack you with 2 scimitars.
Okay.
First one, I get a 24.
Okay. 24 hits.
Second one, I get a 2.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, a 2 doesn't hit. 24
Yeah.
hits.
All right, for scimitar, 8 damage, and I'm gonna smite it.
Okay.
So it is undead. So 3d8. If I had my 3d8 right available, there it is. 8, 9, and 15.
What was the total?
15 for the smite.
Okay. Yeah, so your scimitar glows with holy energy as you swipe into this thing's leg. You're mostly cutting up its ankle, but you do a fair amount of damage, exposing bone and rotten tendon along its ankle, and it sort of staggers to the side as you swipe at it.
Weak bats are very good at attacking ankles.
All right, Erevan. This thing still has Kathuki in his mouth.
Okay, I'm going to use a 2-sword attack. One of them's a bonus attack.
All right.
First one is 14.
14 hits. Yeah.
Second one's a natural 20.
Nice. So that's going to be
Nice.
crit.
First one is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And the second one's 9.
Okay. Did you roll the dice twice for the second one?
No,
Oh, okay. See, I thought you said that it was a 20, or was it 20 plus with the modifier?
no, it was, the second roll was a natural 20.
Okay, so that means it's a critical hit. So that whatever dice you roll that twice.
Okay, 6, 8, 11.
Okay.
11 points of damage.
All right. I am still running low on memory. I don't know why I'm having. I mean, because I'm not. I don't have anything more up than I did yesterday. So.
Check your background processes.
Yeah, your picture, the display picture is that guy again, not the general map, just in case you didn't
Okay,
notice.
hang on. Just give me a second.
Sure.
Yeah, my paint program closed instead of Chrome this time. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Okay. I don't know why Luna's barking is not helping my concentration.
I've got to remember that.
Okay. Let me try to delete a few more things here and try to... yeah, so you guys don't see this yet. You don't see nothing.
Oh, well, terrified about it.
Nothing. I know nothing.
Yeah.
I'm lying.
Staring
Wait,
at
isn't that humanoid figure the map that we're traversing?
Yeah,
No,
you
it's what the
didn't
team-
realize that when you were
you.
Giant connect the dots problem. That's what it is.
yeah. All right, so I'm trying to just clear a little bit of the memory here. I might have to also. Oh, you
Reboot?
know what? No, but give me a second. My apologies, everyone, for let me try to get some of this. First of all, I can get at least the player map back up here. Okay, never mind. Okay, this is going to take me a second. Oh, yeah. See, if I had known that I was going to need to do this, I might have planned some of this better in advance. Okay.
All part of the fun of a live event.
Yeah!
Absolutely.
Okay, and then recycle bin again. Okay. Okay, so let's try to get the paint map back up. And so I'm running less stuff than I did yesterday, so that's why it's a little bit confusing. But
Then it's got to be background operations.
it is, well, yeah, except that I don't know what it would be, or like what is like what I can close without disrupting
different.
everything or not, you know.
Oh, wait.
There she is. Yay!
Alright,
Back.
yeah. Let's see. Paint is
There you
taking
go.
an awful lot of memory. I just, you know, this having the paint window up seems like it's using the most memory, which is
Is
a
Windows
little
trying to
weird.
help you?
Yeah, I don't know. So what I might need to do, if we continue having this issue, is I'll just bring up the one that doesn't have the line on it, and you'll just have to trust me. I'll guide you, but with the cursor on just the static one rather than this one.
Sure.
Okay. So, where were we? I think we just had Erevan's sword attacks, doing more damage. Were you attacking? You're probably getting at its. Where were you trying to attack it? Like, where were you swiping your sword at?
Wherever I can reach. I'm only 5 foot tall.
Okay, so were you attacking the same leg as Scott?
Yes.
All right. With that strike, you do enough damage that it stumbles, and it's starting to fall over. And so I need Scott and Erevan to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
20 with modifier.
Okay. Scott leaps free, no problem. Erevan, you attempt to leap out of the way as this zombie T-Rex falls over and lands on you. You take 4 bludgeoning damage, and you are briefly pinned, but it immediately starts getting back up again. But when it fell, Kathuki falls out of its mouth.
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you.
Still unconscious, but no longer in its mouth.
At risk of being chewed on.
Yeah.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah. So.
That is better than the plan I had.
Aloysius. Am I saying that right, or is it Aloysius? Or Al?
It is Aloysius, or you can do Al for short.
Al. Al, you're up.
All
This
right.
thing is stumbling back to its feet.
Okay, not a great target. I'm going to aim my hand crossbow at the human zombie's head.
Okay.
Headshot. Headshot.
16.
16 hits.
Okay.
Kill the zombies by shooting them in the head.
Oh, and zombies. Not zombies again.
Well, D&D zombies are animated by magic, not by some virus in their brain, so the headshot is not as much of a thing. You can still hurt them, though.
Yeah, but
7 points.
Oh,
7?
yeah.
Just make sure you have a lot of shots to
Okay.
fire. Because
Yeah, your arrow sticks into one of its eye sockets
Perfect.
with one arrow sticking out of its eye. All right.
Now it's a disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay. Kathuki, make a death saving throw, please. That's just roll a straight d20.
alright. 8.
8. You have one failure.
Oh no.
All right. It is that human zombie's turn, and it is lurching toward you, Al. And it's going to slam its big, gross, slimy, dinosaur spit covered hand at you. And it rolls.
I'm up in a tree.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. Okay, so it's still trying to lurch at you, and it's at the bottom of the tree. So, okay. Yoris, you're up. This zombie T-Rex is still technically prone, so...
All right. Well, all right. I point at the one that's been stabbing at it, the new one, the kobold. I don't know your name, but still, all the same, cut it and kick it, beat it and stab it, whatever. Just make it lame. And I give you an inspiration die. Bonus action.
All right, is that still a D6, or is it
Still a
higher?
D6.
All right.
No, still D6. Okay. And I will wander over to, this is kind of against my instinct, I'll do it anyway, because I need more people up there. Can I reach Katsuki?
Yeah, you can run up to her. Because you guys were all kind of together until you scrambled to the side to let the brontosaurus through, but...
Okay, I run up just as far as I need to, stretch out my hand and touch and say, living is better, like words over letters. Save yourself for a minute and keep yourself in it. And I cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
All right.
Oh, nice.
So that is quite pathetic. 7 hit points.
All
Hey,
right.
7 is better than
No
0.
longer
Yeah.
death saves, and
So-
I move the rest of my movement away.
Yeah. So Kathuki, you now are awake with 7 hit points. You still hurt kind of a lot, and you're covered with rancid dinosaur spit.
No.
Yeah, you see this poor little Aarakocra just go fluff, as just shivers of disgust run up her spine, and it's just all of a sudden she's just this great big fluff ball.
Extra poofy around the face, just
Yeah.
around and below the beak.
Yeah, you basically can't see her eyes or anything. It's just she's just a ball of fluff with legs.
Yeah. Laquacia.
Okay. Well, that's handled more than it was. Are the zombie and the zombie T-Rex within 30 feet of each other?
Yes.
Excellent. Loquacia will maneuver herself into make sure that she's within 30 feet of both of them, but not anymore. And then she will present her holy symbol and say, "In the name of Elmater, I rebuke thee. Begone!"
I think you need to reboot them. I think that's better.
Yes, I
That was awesome.
Woo! Epic.
You out of memory undead thing.
Yeah.
That can be the power.
Definitely have. So, I'm closing the paint version of this map here because it seems like it's the one causing the problem. So I'm going to give you just the static version of that map. Let me get that set up here. We'll, I suppose I could do this. We'll deal with, how effective will Loquacia's turn undead be? Find out soon.
Right after these words from our wonderful sponsors.
Have you ever thought
You,
sick
the
kids were
listener.
sad and that you wanted to help them? You should donate to Extra Life.
True.
There we go.
Who donate to Extra Life find themselves happier and feeling more satisfied with themselves for doing good deeds.
It's
Operators are standing by.
Click the link below now.
Right down there.
Okay, so shoot, this is gonna take a little bit. All right, yeah. So there we go, and then bring it down to where we can see everybody still. There we go! Yay! And hopefully this won't
Yay!
give us the same memory problem. All right. I don't know. It does have a lot of Google Chromes that are open. Let me I'm double checking a couple of things. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully that will work. So, remind me what happened with your turn undead. Last time on So Many Levels, Extra Life.
Both zombies need to roll a will save.
Okay, wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Okay.
Excuse me.
What are they trying to beat?
I think it's 14.
All right. T-Rex gets a 4, and then the regular zombie gets a 5. And so what? So is it just turn undead, not destroy undead or anything?
I'm not high enough to destroy
Okay.
undead. But they both now try to get away from us until someone causes them damage, at which point Loquacia says, let them run!
Yeah. So, yes.
I'm all for that.
So, on their turn, that may happen. So, you guys have just seen Loquacia go out, rebuke the undead, and both of those, you see both of the zombies react like there's some sort of a blinding light coming from her.
I also cast Sanctuary on Katsuki.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Kathuki is awake, yeah, but still hurt. Yeah. All right, so Arahorn, it is your turn now.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just hold my action. Have an arrow ready to fly if they start charging again.
All right. Quilda.
Quilda's just gonna let him go.
Yeah.
They're running away, right?
Yeah. Okay, and then it is the T-Rex's turn, and it finishes kind of lurching to its feet, kind of shying away from Loquacia's divine energy.
Standing there holding it out.
And then it stomps off into the jungle. Scott.
I am going to go over to Katugi and lay on hands. I'm going to expend 10 points from my pool.
All right. You regain another 10 points, hit points, Katugi.
Thank you.
All right. And Erevan.
I'm going to go over and cast a cure wounds first level.
Okay.
On
Yoris
And
took
that's-
some damage too, so keep that in mind, folks. But yeah, so how many more for Katsuki there?
3.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So, Al. There's still that one zombie looks like it might be gonna wander off, but it's still technically at the bottom of your tree.
I'm gonna wait and see if it runs away. If it doesn't, it's getting another bolt in the head.
All right. And that makes it your turn, Katsuki. This thing is stomping off now into the jungle.
It's stomping off now into the jungle. I'm still fluffed.
Yeah, I would imagine it's like that was an alarming last few minutes.
Yeah.
But you feel better because you've been healed a bunch of times, and you're wrapped in the sanctuary of Ilmater.
Yes. So I'm going to stay right here.
Just because I saw it come up in the chat. Yeah, I don't have an overlay that shows everybody's names, and it's tricky in this one because we do have people kind of coming and going. But left to right below, is Justin playing Scott, Ken playing Aloysius, Lee playing Katsuki, Maria playing Erevan, Mark playing Yoris, Rose playing Loquacia, and on the far right, Tyler playing, I've forgotten your character's name, Arahorn. Arahorn? Arahorn.
Everyone.
And I'm Christiana Ellis. Don't check past. So, yes, once it's its turn, the humanoid zombie also wanders off into the forest. You notice as it turns, it has a strange blue triangle tattoo on its forehead. But danger appears to have passed.
Wait, that blue tattoo, I've seen that before.
Have you?
No, sorry, it was a circle.
Loquacia looks around and to locate Azaka and Woden.
I forgot to roll for her, so she actually would have been helping too. But
That's cool.
yeah. So what did you ask? Are you asking her? Or she's okay.
Yeah, no. Loquacia's just looking around to locate her remaining alive party members.
Yeah, you guys all kind of come together. You do recognize that, yeah, Burberry and Ibrant's, alas, squashed by Brontosaurus.
I look through the tree branches. Is it safe?
Safe is not really something we find here, but safer for the moment, perhaps. Loquacia, if you can say your words over these two so we don't end up stabbing them later, too.
Of course. Would somebody start graves, please?
Katsuki, you seem better. How about you start on that?
Yes, I can do that.
Are you down still, by the way?
Yeah, I'm at 20 of 31, but
Okay.
somebody else might need more healing later. So I'm fine for now.
Loquacia sort of absently reaches out and taps you with her staff. Already doing her work, but she just reaches out and taps you with her staff. And you regain, that is 12 hit points.
Alright, I'm back up to full.
There you go.
I slump down and compose a sonnet for myself. Oh, my knee and ankle. Oh, my ankle and knee. Oh, woe is me. This feels better. And it's a second level cure wounds. I'm down.
All right. So,
Loquacia does gentle repose on both of her friends' bodies while introductions happen. So let's allow those to happen.
okay. Yep. So they have now their decomposition will be slowed, but also more importantly, they cannot be brought back as undead. So, yeah.
Yes, that would be unfortunate.
You guys have so Azaka kind of looks over to you, Loquacia, and says, "That was a handy trick. Well done."
I learned after the first time.
That's the worst way to wake up.
Turns to the newcomers, and so, who are you? I am Azaka Stormfang. I'm the guide of this expedition.
My name is Erebin Leodon, and we heard, my friend Quilda and I heard that you were having some problems down here, so we headed this way.
Well, that's magnanimous. Maybe foolish, but magnanimous.
Scout's a little too busy looking off the direction the Brontosaurus went. It would have been mine. I would have named him Scott.
So I make it back to the party, and in Elvish I say, "Lords and ladies, well met." And I can look to see if anyone understands.
What?
Someone with manners.
Say that again?
Oh, in Elvish I say, "Lords and ladies, well met."
Oh, I definitely know it.
I'll just looks at him lost.
And in answer in the Elvish, oh, someone with manners.
Ah, again in Elvish I reply, "It's one of my half-human kind. Nice to meet you."
Well, I like to think best of both worlds, really, but yes. My name is Eurus, by the way, to all of you. Resident poet. Among other things.
That must have hit my head. I can't understand anybody.
Oh, sorry. Switched to... I switched to Primordial just to be an ass. Wait, no, sorry, that was me gargling. I haven't read fast.
I try to answer back in deep speech because I thought that's what he said, and I asked him what he said.
Oh, curious. That's not what I know just now. Just give me a few minutes.
Read this one. This is what
and I will spend the next 10 minutes actually casting Comprehend Languages. that I keep drumming just to go. It's a ritual, so I'm not going to use a spell slot. But.
Azaka says, if it seems we are all to travel together, shall we have this conversation while moving?
Probably best if this is a track where dinosaurs and undead people. A lot of things travel this way.
Well, let's travel another way.
Oh, wait.
We can find it.
Who's going to carry the canoe now?
Trodden down by undead.
Yeah,
you guys all suddenly remember that Wordra was hiding behind a tree, so he's still looking around. Yeah, this is the little deep gnome servant of your former colleague Felondin, who not much of a fighter, that one, but he's like,
nope.
Is it safe? And Azaka says, no.
Well, it's safe enough that I came down out of the trees, so relatively, yeah.
Loquacia motions him over to help her finish marking the graves. Would you come and help me with this, please?
Yes, ma'am.
No, you don't have to. It's just Loquacia.
Yes, ma'am. So you guys finish with the graves, and you have to kind of a brief ceremony. But Azaka says, I believe we have another 2, perhaps 3 days travel before we reach Oralunga.
Oh, yes. For the folks who are new, we're traveling to Oralunga on an invitation of sorts. We're hoping to find from there the details necessary to Well, nothing short of stopping the death curse. No, that sort of thing. It's a rather grand adventure. Look over the graves, with a few mishaps along the way.
Carol,
Yeah. In the meantime. No,
Yeah,
go ahead.
sounds interesting.
Oh, absolutely. I found this jug.
Yeah, I take the jug from from him and just kind of dump it over my head to try and get some of this slobber off of me.
No, you have to. You
A
insist.
jug of what?
No. Oh, I'm so tempted.
Not mayonnaise.
It also can generate honey. No, I'll have it generate salt water. Because salt water generates 12 gallons worth. It might be enough.
there we go. You just dumped 12 gallons of salt water over your head.
It starts gushing out from the top of it.
I say thank you.
Hell on feather oil, though.
I know.
There's ocean seabirds, seagulls, and so on. They
Yes.
probably do okay.
What does that thing do?
Oh, it produces a wonderful amount of things. Salt water in this case, some water, a little beer. From what I understand, possibly even mayonnaise, but I haven't really had a lot of sandwiches I needed lately. Plus, if necessary, some rather nasty things. I think it can do some acid and even poison if necessary. Only once per day, so it'll be tomorrow before we need anything more, I'm sure.
I heard you say honey. Will it make mead?
I don't think so, but it will make beer and wine. Enough wine to satiate an old lady in a total, by the way, but that's about it. Actually, I don't know if she was really satiated at the time, just...
I like you. I like you.
Well, of course you do. Everybody does, especially when I get my verse on.
Oh boy.
All right, so
And you were named Al, is that right?
Aloysius Bartholomew Bithelsquag, yes. But you can call me Al. Bithelsquag.
I'm happy to
yes.
call you Al. And we had Erovan, was it? And your lovely little pet Quilda?
That is correct.
And I don't believe I caught your name, little lizard rider.
Scott.
Scott.
So, proud follower of Scott, the great platinum dragon.
Well met, Scott. Good Scott. And your name, we've conversed in Elven and yet never said our names.
Oh, my apologies. I am Arrowhorn Silverleaf. I say in common.
Well met, and we'll travel now.
all right. So, are you still having Azaka act as the navigator and same
Yep.
routine?
Guided.
Same routine,
All
yeah.
right.
Travel
So-
on, travel swift. Let's all get a great lift.
We're having just intermittent light rain today.
I'm going to send Quilda ahead to scout.
Okay, Azaka actually recommends that we not
Split
get
up.
too far apart. So don't go too far. It's easy to get lost in these jungles. And then in fact, you reach a river, and Azaka looks frustrated and says, "We shouldn't be at the river yet. We may have veered in the wrong direction."
Well, that's not good.
So it is. It's starting to rain a little harder overnight, but not a torrential storm. Do you want to make camp or continue traveling through the night?
We're only a few days away, but now we have to correct for a day. Perhaps I should press
I
on.
have to get my bearings.
Wet, we should probably keep going. The sooner we get there, the sooner we get this done.
But it'll probably be easier to correct our direction in the morning.
You're so optimistic. Yes. Why don't we press on?
Okay.
Again.
You guys ford this river, which Azaka says is the River Tass, that goes north into the Mist Cliff Mountains and also runs south towards Ataz Kakakla, which is Kahakla. Ataz Kahakla, which is she says it's a very beautiful canyon. There's not really anything there other than it's just a beautiful layered canyon with lots of corals, and it's beautiful. That's the only thing about it. So she just mentions that's nearby landmark. But you guys are fording the stream. It takes a little while to find a good place to cross without getting too swept away by the current. But you make your way. She makes another.
Especially
With that?
What was that?
Can somebody carry us especially short people, please?
Yeah. Ken, I think if you can make your microphone a little bit louder, you're a little bit quiet on this end.
I think the best we can do for that is put them in the canoe and let it float across with us holding
That'll
it.
work.
All right.
With paddles.
That'll work.
You can work.
Azaka regains her sort of bearings as you're traveling today, and so you guys are now here. And she says, "We should reach Oralunga after another day's travel. I know where we are now."
Oh, that'll be relief.
So you guys have traveled overnight, so now it's during the day, and it's looking to storm again. But you all need to rest anyway, I would imagine.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you guys now are getting a long rest following your previous fight. But so the question now is, once you've had your long rest and it's the night, do you want to travel again overnight, thus arriving at Oralunga at night, or do you want to wait until the day?
I vote for day.
A really long rest? That would be quite nice, actually.
Yeah. All right.
Swap stories of the road and terrors of the jungle.
Sounds good.
All right. Do you guys actually want to do that, or we can imagine that happened through the magic of imagination?
Yeah, the magic of imagination.
And there we were, and we found you. The end.
Oh.
So.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
In the morning, you decide to set out again, and after a few hours' travel, you see up ahead of you a massive brick and stone ziggurat rises from the jungle. Two staircases angle up and across the front face, one from the right, the other from the left, to meet at a landing on the second level 30 feet above your heads. The layout repeats on the second level and the third level, but with each successive layer adding less height than the one below it. The fourth level, 60 feet above the jungle floor, is an enclosed shrine or temple, its walls adorned with labyrinth symbols. The jungle encroaches right up to and onto this ancient structure. The first flights of steps are choked with creepers, tree roots, and flowering vines. It might have been surrounded by a city long ago, but the jungle is so dense that it would take hours of searching to find buried foundations and tumbled stones. And as you now have it in sight, Azaka stops you all and just briefly says, "I have once before had an audience with the Naga who lives in this place. Unless you are called to her, you are not granted a second audience, and so I will allow you to go on in your own way. I warn you that even invited, you must prove your worthiness through trials. However, she does want to see you, so I don't think that it would be too onerous, but just be prepared to do what is necessary to see her, understand that she is a force of good.
Well, good advice. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Also,
carry forth
out
the
of
message.
character for warning, it's wanting me to close a run DLL 32 host process. I don't know what's going to happen when I do that, so let's see.
Find
Okay, it closed
Just
one of
keep
those
everything
things,
map.
but I can fix that.
That's a pretty cute picture.
Nothing there
Yeah.
behind it.
What?
Nothing.
You're going to see.
This landscape keeps changing. This is a weird map.
Yeah,
Look at
First
this.
up was the
beautiful
guy.
leaf over here.
yeah.
Sorry,
Let me.
I'm staring at all the
Looks
cigarette.
like No Face from
But,
Spirited Away.
Oh, that's different.
yeah, what is
It's
that?
been censored.
a little bit.
Just a weird gradient rectangle.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
I think
It's like
we're
a
the
green
darkest.
mist is creeping over us as we stare up at the ziggurat and wonder, disturbance. Try to think of better days, sitting back in the academic classroom and composing poems as the teacher droned on and about something strange and wondrous I'd never see.
Yeah.
And here I am, staring at a ziggurat for real.
There we go.
Somebody
so-
got cold here? Is that why we're here?
So, yeah, I am sorry about all these little glitches, folks. I don't know what is happening. But I'm getting it. There we go. And there we go, and then there we go. Fix this, and we'll be back up before you know it. But yes, so Azaka basically just tells you you will likely have to complete some sort of a trial to see her, but she is a good spirit, and so you should not fear. Just be prepared.
I suppose
Perhaps we can
making
lead.
it this far is not enough of a test. That's all right. We will endure.
If you're staying here, then we can leave you with the canoe, and maybe Lord Fallandin's a friend. I never did quite catch your name.
Warden.
Word drop.
Wardra.
Wardry.
Wardra. Why don't do you want to come in? You're absolutely welcome to come in, but you can stay here with Azaka.
He kind of looks back and forth at the ziggurat and at Azaka, and you can see the math going on in his head is absolutely like, which of these looks more dangerous? He decides to stay with Azaka.
Probably the best choice,
Fair enough.
to be honest.
Yeah.
He's a very, very smart gnome.
Yeah. So you guys, incidentally, on the map are like right here. I don't have a picture of this this ziggurat, but if you don't know that word, think of it just like like the Aztec pyramid buildings. Think of it like that.
Oh, yeah. So I rearranged things. Yeah. So is my sound better with the mic a little closer?
Oh yes, definitely. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
All right. So as you guys approach to this this pyramid-shaped building with the jungle kind of growing right up to it, the first steps, you see two symmetrical stairways that are 50 foot long and rising 30 feet up to the first landing. A tangle of roots, vines, and creepers covers the steps. And it looks like it's going to be difficult terrain to try to climb.
Does anything look poisonous or somewhat like it's going to eat me?
Make a nature check.
Nature. Natural 20. About time. Or 25 in total.
You've had a number of poisonous plants pointed out to you previously, and some of the more dangerous ones that as you pass by them, you don't see any of those. This looks more like regular jungle vines.
All right. Kathuki, you care to go first?
Sure. And I'll take off and fly up.
As you start flying towards that first landing, you feel like there's a wind blowing against you, and you're flapping harder to try to fly against the wind and get to this landing, but you're just not making any headway at all. You're
Okay.
just kind of end up doing a lot of effort to sort of stay in one place.
Okay. So I'll
That's
go
a-
back down and land on the stairs.
All right.
Watched and guarded.
Perhaps not as good at climbing as others. How about, Kazuki, do you think you can climb, and if you take a rope up with you, and then we can sort of climb up one by one, and each person hold
It
the
is
rope.
just
and
stairs. It's covered with vines, so you're moving slow, but it's not a cliff. It's just stairs covered with vines on them.
So, all right. Well, I guess we better go up the old-fashioned way then, or rather, the two-legged way.
The normal way to walk upstairs.
The ground-bound way. That's
Yeah.
what I was looking for.
So, who's going first? Leading the way? Because the stairway is narrow enough that you're going to be kind of single file.
I'll
Unless
go
you have
first.
two
I'll go
lines
first.
going up the two stairs. It's the same.
Might I suggest that just in case there's some old, shall we say, dissuasions for the unworthy, that I have a look?
Do you
Please.
have experience with unworthy people or
Crap.
things?
Oh,
Oh,
it froze up a little bit.
Well-
We didn't hear any of that.
The avoiding.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah. Thing is, I have some experience with things that go snap and fall out from under you. Might I have a look at the stairs first?
oh, just like the toilet. Excellent.
Yes.
Dante was good at that.
All right,
in
yeah.
a fashion.
I will move slowly, keeping an eye for like loose stones, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Watching for traps as I go up the stairs.
Make an perception check.
Christiana, your video is frozen for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Me too, yeah.
Total.
All right.
Back-
So I think the
back
stream
on
is
the
still
video.
going. I don't. I mean, I don't know. The stream is still going. So the
Your
stream is
audio's
going to be
cutting.
fine. I don't. Okay. Sigh. Okay. Fortunately, I mean, I guess for the stream is going. Can you guys not hear me? Are you hearing me now, or?
We can hear you. Yeah,
We can hear you.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Good. I don't know why the Hangout wouldn't be showing you what you need. Let me test something here.
Well, only from yours. I can see the other people moving.
Yeah. Well, even when I look up the Hangout, there we go. It should be. See, probably, you know what? I like when we break, I'm gonna try like rebooting and everything. But right now, yeah. See
The
what
map is gone. I'm seeing XSplit broadcast.
Yes, I know that's what you're seeing. Give me a second. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Hangout has crashed again, so let me bring that back up. Well, you know, I guess I did tempt fate yesterday. Oh, and Chrome has just crashed on me altogether again too. So I'm actually going to see if I can't bring everything back. And if not, then we'll have to briefly pause the stream and I'll reboot. But in the meantime, let's try to fix this. And certainly once we take a break at 2 o'clock, I will reboot then, if not before. But let's try to see if we can't get this back. Get everybody back.
For worthy cause.
Hello again.
And we only ask people 17,000 times in case they
Hello
missed
again.
There we
Oh,
go.
hey.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Hello.
Yeah, here I am again. So once again, another Chrome crash. I'm a little surprised just because I really typically don't have this issue. Like I don't get a lot of crashing.
Yesterday.
Right,
it's
yeah.
fine, yesterday.
So I'm not sure what the problem is in that regard, but let's...
For the day, and yeah.
Yeah, here we go. So I guess I tempted fate by talking about how well it went yesterday. But we'll see. Now, oddly enough, the program's actually making the stream happen didn't crash, and so I believe the stream is probably continuing throughout, and it's just
It did
you
seem
guys
to.
that drop out, and then... Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
I took a brief
okay.
look at it. It was working fine.
So here we are, back
All right.
again.
Someone to examine stairs as we go up them.
Yeah, so what I didn't hear was the result of your perception check.
21 total.
Okay. You do not see evidence of any traps. The stairs are definitely, worn, kind of a little crumbly and covered with vines, which makes it kind of slow going climbing up. But it is not that you don't see any evidence of traps.
All right.
As
if
you
it is if difficult terrain, I only move 12 feet per round, but I should be able to get
yeah,
up.
so you guys are all moving slow as you climb. But what you discover as once you've made it about 10 feet is that some of these vines have thorns, and they're starting to get a little dense around you. And so as you try to push forward, you start taking you take one piercing damage trying to move forward into the next little bit of this vine.
Ow.
Oh.
I wasn't asked to come here, so I'm not moving anymore.
Oh, there is that point.
Does anyone have some kind of control plant spell?
For prey. Anybody?
I'm afraid not.
Don't all come up at once.
We buried her
I
yesterday.
If
I
it
draw
makes
my
you-
rapier and start trying to cut some of the vines away.
Oh no, that was Ash and Dawn. Sorry, never mind.
You chop a few of the vines, and they grow back almost as fast as you can cut them.
as loudly as I can proclaim. For those who might be observing and or listening, I formally welcome Al, Aravan Quilda, Scott, and Arahorn to the party of Ash and Dawn, Loquacia, myself, Silent Cthulhu, the late Burberry, and the late Ibrins, and the late Temple Dash, as well as Agnolo, the late. There's a lot of late people. And, of course, the late Lord Fallandin. Oh, this is getting long. And the late Dante. Yeah. You're now all formally welcomed into this party, which is pursuing this particular mystery and wonder. So for those of you, stare at the sky, who might be listening, they are all with us. That might work. Still.
Do you want me to go forward? I'm not the most observant, but,
Not so much pious.
The stairs look safe up until the point where these silly vines started growing and blocking the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not physically obstructed, it's just that there are thorns enough that you can't really push through without getting scratched.
Can I try setting one on fire?
Sure.
Just to see if the others respond.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna light a torch and set the closest one to me on fire.
Right. So they're living vines. They don't burn super fast, but as you burn away a few of them, as soon as you move the fire away, it just grows right back.
Crap.
Can I see how far the vines go?
They're basically, they cover the entire stairway all the way up to the landing.
I suspect this may in fact be part of the tests involved. Either getting around or getting through. Around seems to be difficult, can't fly. Through seems to be difficult, but not terrible. If we take a few moments along the way to rest, perhaps.
I'm not scared of prickly plants. I push forward.
We
Okay.
may have to believe.
Well, I mean, yes, of course.
I've tried everything at my disposal, so yep.
All right.
Might as well
So
keep
Scott
going.
is attempting to push through the vines. So you make it 5 feet and take 5 piercing damage.
Oh, well, this is...
I have changed my stance about being scared of prickly plant things.
Does it appear that
If you go back down, you do not. None of the thorns kind of move out of your way as you go back down.
behind him, did it appear that the thorns, like if someone had followed behind, would have also been caught in them?
Yeah.
So it's not just the leader.
Everybody make a perception check.
Yeah.
All right. I have another couple of tricks, but 21.
15.
4.
5.
14.
Who got that 17?
Scott.
Scott. As you are coming back down from your ill-advised attempt to push through the thorns, you notice at the edge of the jungle, at the base of the stairs, you see a tiny little figure emerge. It's humanoid in shape, but only about 6 inches tall, and it looks like this.
Oh.
And you see that it is holding a brightly colored orange and purple orchid. And if, for this little tiny creature, this flower is, almost as big as it is, but it's holding it in one hand, carrying it without difficulty. And it kind of just trots out of the jungle, heads to the bottom of the stairs, and starts hopping up the stairs. And you watch the vines clear a space around it. And it makes its way all the way up the stairs, and the vines go around it.
Did anybody else just see that flower soldier that just passed us?
Did the 21 see that?
Yeah. So once it started going up the stairs, it was kind of passing between your feet. So you probably all saw it.
Oh.
Well, an offering perhaps of protection?
I think we need to find flowers.
Seems that's
All right.
exactly it.
Are you sure
All right.
isn't that we should be smaller?
That's less likely,
Hurts.
less possible. You are small enough.
I'm gonna try to crawl back up the thorns, but I'm going to get as low as possible.
All right. You immediately take 1 point of piercing damage as soon as you attempt to crawl through.
It's the flower. It's the flower.
All right, everyone, spread out.
Let's see if I can find some flowers.
All right. So whoever's looking for flowers, make a nature check as you're looking around in the jungle for these flowers.
I would look for flowers.
12.
19.
Got a 12.
These thorns.
All right. So you do find nearby a few of these flowers, but there's not enough for everybody yet. You can keep looking if you want, but you've found 3 of this type of orchid that you saw the little spirit carrying.
Enough for the original party. Or what's left of it.
Well, I'm telling you, in your first attempt to look, you've found 3 so far. I'm not saying there are only 3 everywhere. I'm saying that so far, you will have to keep looking if you want more.
All right. Well,
Okay.
That's enough to get us all through.
I'm sorry, say again. What's the question about Asaka?
Does Azaka know about this flower and where we might find more? Can she help us?
She says, as far as I know, there's nothing special about the flower, but the little figure was a chewinga. It's a forest spirit.
Chewinga? What do you know about the chewinga?
Typically speaking, they're playful little elemental sprites. They're good more or less, but sometimes have different ideas about what constitutes good than humans would, or other civilized folk. Generally speaking, though, I would say if you see one doing something here, it's a good sign.
While the rest of you look, since I had no luck the first time, I will take and see if the flower is effective, at least. If you don't mind, I can take one of the flowers. And,
Good, a volunteer.
and I will try to step just into the thorns and see if it does provide the same protection.
As you carry this flower, the vines pass around you, and you are able to climb the stairs unobstructed.
Good news, everyone. The flowers work. Keep looking.
Right. Let's look for more flowers then.
All right,
because-
make another nature check.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that.
Make another nature check. Anyone who's looking for more.
Yeah.
13 for me.
14.
15?
Okay.
17.
Persistence pays off.
Yeah. After I'd say maybe half an hour
These are
total of looking around in the
easy.
jungle, you find enough of these flowers for everyone to have one. Oh shoot. Okay, my Chrome crashed again. I don't know. This is frustrating. So I'll have to start the Hangout again and try monitoring Twitch on my phone, maybe. Boy, I am sorry, everyone who's watching right now. Yesterday went so smooth, and then today, nah, not smooth, not smooth. I'm not even getting the warnings this time.
Please
Yeah.
donate for
Yeah.
anyone in the party as well.
Hi, everybody.
need help.
Yeah, back.
And she's back.
I'm back.
Well, the audio's back anyway.
And yes, we're once again,
Another Christiana appeared.
yes. So, all right. So you guys found enough of these flowers. You poked around for a little while. You found them. Good for you. I tried to open Twitch to try to monitor the chat is when that happened.
I've got the chat open if we need it. So
Okay, yeah. So just let me know if anything comes up that I need to pay attention to. In the meantime, yes, you've all got these flowers, and you discover as you climb this first set of stairs, holding the orange and purple orchid like the little Chewinga did, the vines open up, move out of your way, and allow you to pass.
excellent.
Yeah.
At full speed, no less.
Mm-hmm.
Still slowed down by our shorter companions, but still.
All right, so let me get back, to the description of this area now that my Chrome keeps crashing.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
did we lose Loquacia?
It looks like we're seeing just her profile right now. Hopefully we'll have her back in a moment. Her account is still in the call, but frozen perhaps. So, hopefully she'll be able to come back shortly. But so as you have reached this first landing now, you guys have all now made your way here. There's another set of 2 staircases, just like before, only these are smaller, 33 feet long and rising 20 feet. The stone is crumbling from age and decay, but there's no more vines on this set of stairs.
It looks like I'm... Hang on a second.
You're back on your phone.
I am back on my phone. I'm going to try to get back on the computer here.
Yeah.
Because I think
Still
Tom may
have
fixed
2
the
of each of
internet.
us.
Yeah.
We'll have doubled the party.
I think definitely when we take a brief break at 2 p.m., I'm going to reboot and try to reload everything, and hopefully that will resolve whatever these memory issues are causing this difficulty. But here we are. So let me try to get the tabletop audio going again.
Oh dear.
Cross your fingers.
Yeah.
Maria's picture's frozen. I may need to go check on her.
Okay, so you guys are on this second level. Hopefully the second rose will drop out of the way because we've got you temporarily duplicated. So that's all right. We're all having some slight difficulties today. So you're at the second set of stairs. Stones look kind of crumbly. Oh boy. See, yeah, I'm getting another low memory thing. I'm gonna try letting that close. And what did that do?
And your
That
picture
closed
just
my
froze.
map again. Yeah. All right. Well, so. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Very nice.
we'll just leave that off for now, and try to proceed, and we'll move forward. So. And also, Justin's not being shown right now until the second rose drops out, which should happen shortly. But let's try to keep things moving. So, who's going to try to go up the second set of stairs?
Your call is slow.
Al,
Um,
you should
I'll
go
lead.
first since you were so successful last time.
Alrighty.
These loose stones it shouldn't be.
And using perception, right? As my bonus.
Perception, yeah.
Oh. Well,
Sorry.
me too.
You
Okay,
broke
but
up there.
I nothing. I
Uh,
got 4.
okay.
Total.
Yeah. So I mean, the stones look old and kind of worn and crumbly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I think I have an ability. If I roll a 1, I get to reroll. And I roll a 1.
Yeah. Okay.
So, hang on. 9! Ooh. No, 8. So much better.
All right.
No.
Yeah. You still the stones are old and crumbly. You don't see evidence of anything like traps.
Okay.
Cautiously, shall we?
I don't know.
Is it single file again?
Yep.
Kazuki?
Mm-hmm.
If worse comes to it and you did go first, you could leap into the air and fly away, hopefully.
Oh, yes, I could probably fly backwards. I'm just...
Get yourself tall.
Yeah, so I'll go.
I'll follow behind her.
So as you start climbing the stairs, they are definitely kind of crumbly and they're breaking away under your feet a little bit. And then after the first couple of stairs, you realize that they're like it's like they're just it's like trying to crawl up like a hill of sand. It's just kind of crumbling out from under your feet, and you keep sliding back down. But then when you look back at the stairs that you just slid down, they look just the same as they did before you started.
Ah.
They're kind of crumbling and reforming.
Do those little things seem to be around?
As you kind of stand at the bottom and you wait for a little bit, pretty soon you see another one of these little things run up from the first set of stairs, and it's holding one of those feathers in one hand, and now it's holding a red parrot feather in the other hand.
Okay, so flower in one hand, parrot feather in the other.
And as it approaches the stairs, it kind of hops up each stair, but lands on it, and it stays, stable underneath it, and it hops up the stairway.
Okay, so
Does Kazuki have any red feather?
no, I'm golden brown.
Even carrying her own feathers.
Although I have plenty of feathers to share if I need to.
Well, technically you were already holding your feathers. But we can give it a try.
Did I make it to the top, or am I still at the bottom?
Well,
You never said, Luciana.
okay, you did not. The stairs crumbled away. I think you were that was breaking up a little bit for you or something. Because so we had Kazuki trying the second set of stairs first. Because you made a perception check, you didn't see any traps, and then everyone discussed who went up first. You did not make it up. The stairs crumbled away.
Oh,
Well, Kazuki, if you don't mind the sacrifice of one feather, perhaps one that would grow back in your beard.
Help yourself. Help.
One of her feathers.
The color.
In the other hand.
The color, does it matter? Perhaps.
Well, let me do something about that. And I use prestidigitation to change its color.
And this brown feather becomes a red feather.
That should be fine. I'd try.
All right.
Walk upstairs.
You as you start going up the stairs, they crumble away beneath your feet, and you
Nope,
kind of slide
nope,
back down.
Not the right one. Not the right one. Oh, that was it.
Specifically, parrot feather.
I'll have to find a parrot then.
This will make a fine quill if you don't mind. It's okay, yeah.
Keep it.
So
As a memoriam.
as you guys you
Wait, think about it.
redescend back down to the jungle floor, are all looking for parrot feathers?
Yep.
Yep.
Preferably fallen ones, not ones attached to parrots.
Yeah. You guys, after just a few minutes of searching, you find various parrot feathers kind of here and there, enough for everybody. And so,
Well, I had another idea for it.
so you make your way back up the first set of stairs, and now you're at the base of the second set of stairs. And each of you holding the flower in one hand and the feather in the other hand. You feel as you get to that level, you sort of feel very light on your feet, like you're able to walk around, but you just almost like you have no weight to you. And as you step on each step, it stays intact, and you're able to climb the stairs.
Does the effect persist after getting to the top of the level?
No. So once you ever reach this next landing, you don't have that same feeling to you. But now, as you're looking at this third set of stairs, the steps from level 2 to level 3, where the shrine is, it's 20 feet long, and they rise 12 feet. And the stairs are in excellent condition, but here's the thing. They are swarming with snakes, little regular snakes. But you recognize them as poisonous snakes, and they're just slithering everywhere over these stairs.
I might suggest that we wait for the Chwinga, who seem to be the either passageway keepers, or at the very least, somewhat servants of our visiting of our hosts. So, not the snakes for the moment.
I agree. Let's keep a lookout for one of those.
All right. As you kind of wait and look around, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I said, does anybody speak parcel tongue?
Well, I can, technically, but not to actual animals. I can know almost all human languages, and many that aren't human, but not animals.
So as you guys wait, another one of these little things comes up from behind you, holding the feather and the flower, and it approaches one of these little snakes. And first, it takes the flower and thwacks the snake on the head with it, and the snake goes like it's going to strike, but then the Chwinga reaches out with the feather and kind of tickles its belly, and the snake kind of calms down, and then the Chwinga lays down on the ground, like belly on the ground, and opens its little mouth, and the snake slithers inside the Chwinga, and then the Chwinga slithers up the stairs like a snake.
What the?
Scott dives in.
All right. So you attempt to replicate that behavior? Mm-hmm. All right. So, bam with the flower, tickle with the feather, and then you lay down, and a snake is attempting to crawl inside your mouth. And even though this is the plan, you still need to make a Constitution saving throw, because it's like this is still pretty weird.
I got a 14.
The snake slithers down your throat and wriggles around, and then suddenly you just feel this compulsion, and lying on the ground, you are able to you slither up the stairs like a snake. And the rest of you all watch as he makes his way back up, and then you kind of and the snake flops back down and goes back into the slither.
No, I wanted to keep that. That was lunch. I can't even keep anything I want today.
I'm close to wildlife and all, but that's no.
Somebody else, Risha lays her hands on herself, casts guidance, uttering a prayer for strength and endurance to illness, and then proceeds to follow this behavior.
Okay. So you hit with the flower, tickle with the feather, and attempt to swallow a snake. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Where are you, lucky D20? I don't want to choke on the snake.
Good plan.
I'm going to add my D4 to that, however.
Oh.
Is just to be on the safe side. 4. Okay. That is a 19.
You successfully swallow the snake. You feel this same slithery sort of compulsion, and you find yourself on your belly, slithering up like a snake, reaching the top of the stairs.
Okay.
All right, I'll be next.
So I cough up the snake.
Yep.
It wasn't too bad. I just disappointed we didn't get to keep them.
Going to rescue my father.
All right. So Alahorn is Arahorn.
With a 13.
13. You swallow the snake. You slither up the stairs, unmolested by the other snakes. And then
All right, fine. Fine. 22.
An experience.
once again, successful. You swallow the snake, slither up. You get very much closer to nature as part of this whole process, and then snake.
Does the panther have to do this?
Well, the panther is hanging out down on the stairs.
How's it going to hit and tickle?
The panther actually, you realize, has not been doing the other steps with the flower and the feathers, and it came up when you did. So.
Oh. Oh, animals might just.
So, in fact, actually, as you slither up, your panther attempts to follow you, and the snakes leave it alone.
Good deal.
That would have been complicated. All right, I'll go next.
All right.
21.
Yep, you are successful as well. You swallow the snake, you slither up the stairs, and then you spit the snake back out. All right, is that everybody except Kathuki?
I haven't.
Okay.
I probably could have used your God's guidance, Aquatia, but the things I do for a good publication. Let's see what happens here. 16.
Yep. 16, yep. You do just like the others. You swallow that snake and you make your way up
All
the
right,
stairs.
about this later.
Look at it this way, Professor. It'll be an interesting footnote.
Yep. All right. So is Kathuki going to try to swallow a snake?
Yeah, she's gonna try. Cross your fingers. Her constitution is not great.
Well, you have the belt of dwarven kind. It makes your constitution better by 2.
Yeah, that 18.
18 is
wow.
plenty. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
are all successful. Good job. Yeah. So it's a little gross, but at the same time, you feel bonded together as a group, having all gone through that experience together.
Oh, and no death by snake this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, this one might have bitten your neck from the inside.
Yeah.
Might I
When I
propose
was
a toast? Either with our own water or with maybe some wine? Just to get the taste out of my mouth.
I'll take some wine.
I will use the alchemy jug. And I will generate 1 gallon of wine.
All right.
Who had an experience shared, hopefully never again. In search of knowledge. Those lost, and those we hope to find.
God, never again.
Yeah. I was trying to psych myself up for that, and the first 2 rolls I had were a 6 and a 5. When it actually came to doing it, I got the 18, but it was like trying to psych myself up. It's like, all right, well, let's do a couple practice rolls first. Like, 6. Try again. 5. No.
That's how dice work. I'm pretty sure.
I suppose I could have inspired people, but I was so afraid myself.
So you all made it up, though. Good for you.
Do you pass the jug of wine around?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone, gets the taste of snake out of their mouth, I'm sure.
Entire time you've been Loquacia chokes on hers a little bit, but this is the first time you've ever seen her drink anything alcoholic at all.
Same here. It's bad for the mind usually, but rather better for the palate right now.
So, as you are at the top of this building, the shrine on top is a simple rectangular structure of brick. The outside walls are decorated with labyrinth symbols of Ubtao. Beyond the open doorway is a barren, dusty room, and you all smell the aroma of incense. And then the interior seems dark from outside.
I'd like to study those symbols. It looks fascinating. Pull out my book and start sketching.
Sure. Yeah, like other symbols of Ubtao, like the one that you encountered with the werebore, they're all labyrinth-like drawings. Yeah.
Does my dark vision show anything?
No, there seems to be an effect on the doorway that prevents you from seeing through from outside.
Al, you want to go first?
Not particularly, but okay.
All right, so
Not wanting to be shown up.
as you go and attempt to walk through the doorway, you walk through the doorway, and you are now inside a room. And I'll assume that you all just follow, so we'll say that everyone is following you in. It's fine. Yeah, so hanging lamps illuminate the room while incense burners fill it with exotic scents and curling smoke. Cushions and reed mats cover the floor. Pots of blooming flowers line the plastered walls, and singing birds flit from plant to plant. An immense snake with iridescent scales rests upon a heap of cushions opposite the doorway. And let me actually... Here we go. It rises slowly to a height of 5 feet, staring directly into your eyes as it moves. Its face is remarkably human-like, and its tongue flicks before it speaks.
I will bow.
I am Sasha Mbaza. What do you seek in this ancient place? Speak truly, for I hear your hearts. Of note, before you respond, there are 2 more humanoid figures in the room, and one of them is a sort of a severe-looking, pale man, humanoid. This guy, who looks a little bit familiar right now, like you feel like you've seen this picture before, but you actually see this guy for real now. And then also with him is a strange humanoid of a race that you've never seen before, and it looks like this.
We're not seeing any of that.
Okay.
Is your stock picture.
Okay, this hangout is killing me right now. I see... okay, hang on.
You can see it on the Twitch stream if that helps.
Okay, well, there you go.
Oh.
I don't know why I had to do that.
And there
But
you are.
yes, okay. So you see this guy and this guy also in there with the snake thing. But this is the one that has just spoken to you and to say, what do you seek in this ancient place? Speak truly, for I hear your hearts.
Loquacia steps forward. My former companion Silence received a message. She was told by a man with misty eyes to seek out the... I want to, directly repeat what she said, but Sammy is having a hard time holding on to the names. I can't pronounce the name.
So, I think what she got was seek out the wise guardian of Oralunga.
Of Oralunga?
Oralunga, yeah.
Of Oralunga. She can direct you to what you seek. We are seeking to find an object we believe to be responsible for the death curse, called the Soulmonger. And it is my intent to end this curse and hopefully prevent it from ever occurring again. In the name of Ilmater and by my own heart and family connections, I swear this to be so on my account.
And the Naga looks at you while you're speaking, and then also turns and sort of looks at the rest of you. Is this the quest that you share amongst you?
Indeed it is.
Yes.
For myself, I seek knowledge, great one, both for myself and to save everyone, to end the death curse for one thing, but also the powers that ancient secrets bring.
The Naga kind of actually turns back to the other two that were already in the room and says, "So, Artus, perhaps fate brings fellow good doers to your thread." And he kind of just says, I was not aware of the death curse. I just was looking to find out what happened to the city of Mesro." And the Naga says, "The city of Mesro disappeared magically to escape the undead army of Raz Nasi, and it will not return while Raz Nasi lives. However, he has found refuge with the Yuan Ti dwelling in the Forbidden City. The Forbidden City of Omu, which is in fact also the destination that these others seek." And turns to all of you now. "The visions you have had. An obelisk draped in vines. A hidden city. This city is Omu. It is ruled currently by Yuan Ti, which are corrupted snake humanoids that defile the goodness of my divine form. They are evil and currently led by an undead necromancer. Excuse me, not undead, he's a necromancer. Named Raz Nasi, who was once a red wizard, but underwent the ritual to transform him into a Yuan Ti himself.
What was his name?
Raz Nasi.
Oh, that one.
And that's R-A-S space N-S-I is the name. They rule the city of Omu. This death curse is not their doing, but they may be involved. They currently sit beneath the city of Omu, plotting the return of Dendar the Night Spirit, their evil god whom they hope will devour the world."
Oh dear. That can't be allowed.
I agree. Raz Nasi must be destroyed. And I believe that your fates and those of Artus and Dragonbait have intertwined, and it is your destiny to defeat Raz Nasi in the Forbidden City of Omu. And in this place, I believe you will find the secrets of the death curse as well.
Dragonbait, really?
Artus points to his friend and says, "This is Dragonbait." And Dragonbait just kind of waves and smells like honeysuckle.
It's a neat trick. Actually, I use prestidigitation to wave and smell like honeysuckle.
He looks startled and smells like ham for a second.
And now I'm hungry, damn it.
Artist says, my companion here does not speak as we do. If you spend any time with him, you will come to recognize his scents. They express his emotional state.
Fascinating.
Then please don't startle him. It just makes me hungry.
You have given us a great amount of information, wise one. I think I've got 3 books here. Where do we even find this city of Olmo? It is hidden and forgotten, or?
It is to the south. It lies between the Valley of Lost Honor and the Peaks of Flame. It is in the jungle, sunk below the jungle floor, surrounded by cliffs, difficult to see except from above.
Would our guide Azaka know where this place is?
We'll have to ask her.
Azaka is a good soul. She does not know the place itself, but she knows the valley and the peaks, and could guide you to this place.
Good.
Perfect.
But and Loquacia reaches out to Doris. Perhaps the map. We could also mark the place.
Oh, yeah, okay.